Hey guys, Newb here, and we're back with Pocket Scavenger. So, this one here, we actually have quite a bit to cover, so let's just go ahead and get started. The first thing that I have found this past week is something that I found on Tuesday, and it was on a chicken farm that I was delivering food to, and it was a chicken feather. Of course, it's not that. Yeah, there we go. No, it did not come from a magical rainbow chicken, but my prompt asked me to. There we go. Asked me to add 10 colors to it, so I used a couple eyeshadow palettes and colored the feather. So it's this really awesome looking rainbow chicken feather now. The next thing is a ticket from when I went to see Hollywood Undead on St. Patrick's Day in Chicago. And this was in my wallet, and I was like, hey, I need a ticket for my book. I should pull this out of here. And the prompt said to put it on a map. And I don't know if it'll... There we go, a little bit. I cannot draw Illinois at all. But I live somewhere closer to here, and this is where we parked. And I just basically said, ta-da, look, it's on a map. See, the next one, page 25. Yeah, I had to write down the pages because there were so many of them. Piece of moss, which I figured this one was going to be really hard for me to actually get and be able to bring home and all that good stuff. And it was in a driveway, and it was loose moss and not like completely stuck to a rock where I'd have to scrape it off or anything, which is what I was looking for. So there is some moss. Ta-da! Isn't it fancy? I think it's fancy. Next page is a napkin. It was in my car, and I used it to wrap the moss up with. And I had to crumple up the napkin, so I crumpled it and then taped it down. You see, it's not like laying flat or anything. Looking at page number... I found another kind of leaf. I found a fabric leaf. This one right here is a fabric leaf. So I know it meant like find like an oak and a maple leaf and things of that sort. But I have pine needles, I have a plastic or vinyl leaf, and I have like a fabric leaf. And they all have dots on them that I put directly onto most of the leaves. So yeah. A piece of red string. Well, our shirts for work are red, so I had a long thread hanging from my shirt, pulled it off and saved it, and I had to make a vehicle out of it. So I thought, what's more fitting than creating a swan truck out of red thread? That's what it came from. Came from a swan shirt, so why not a swan truck? So ta-da, look. Red thread. A fortune from a fortune cookie. There in Danville, there's a buffet called Day Corral Buffet. It's okay. It's not the greatest place on earth, but that's where we went for lunch, for our lunch break on Wednesday. And I really liked the fortune I got from the fortune cookie. It says, you will make a name for yourself. My dad had to laugh and say, well, you already have because you're Newb. But I kind of took it more as, hey, maybe this will go somewhere. So I wanted to save that one. And my prompt said to alter everything around the fortune, but not the fortune itself. So I did a really crappy drawing of myself. The head is too small, but I was kind of working from the middle, like where the fortune is. up and down. So proportions didn't happen. But there's the fortune. You will make a name for yourself. So I was pretty okay with that. Let's see. 87. 87? Oh. I'm like, I don't see anything. Now I know why. It says, a stain made by liquid. And this book smells wonderful now. I actually sprayed my favorite body mist, which is the Tokyo Lotus and Apple Blossoms from Bath and Body Works, which I think is actually discontinued now, which makes me really sad. But I sprayed it, and you can't really see anything, because except for maybe some shininess and some wrinkles, because it kind of dried. Like, I can see water spots, but it's something you really can't see. Then on the next page, it says a green stain, and I actually used some green eyeshadow and rubbed it all over the page. So the page is now stained green with eyeshadow, and I had to frame it, so I used green paint, which also stains the page. I also wanted to color in the little leaf up there. And last but not least, something that was part of a tree. And I found this outside, and I made a little bird character out of it. And it's a piece of an acorn. It's like the very, very top part of an acorn. And I used the like little stem part for the nose. But there he is. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? So, now the book smells amazing, and it's a lot thicker because that acorn takes up a ton of room. I know the book says you might have to put a rubber band around it at some point. That's probably going to have to happen at some point. So I need to pick up more rubber bands off the ground so I can rubber band this book together. So thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys later. I'll see you probably next weekend with Wreck This Journal, because things happened and I couldn't do it this weekend. So thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.